Congratulations are in place to everyone who wrote the Cameroon GCE, the government certificate examinations. Again, both the advanced level and the ordinary level. Those of you who passed the ordinary level, congratulations, and I pray that you make good choices as you get into high school and decide on what you want to focus on. Today's video targets those who have passed their advanced level and they are ready to get into the university. The same advice that I'll give to the high schoolers here who are ready to get into college, the way they call university here in the US, or maybe university if you're in the UK or in Cameroon. Okay? And the reason I find this an interesting and a very relevant topic to talk about is because as I come up here and I preach to you all the time, I encourage you to find your best versions by studying, reskilling, upskilling, learning the skills that will make you become what you want to become. So yes, that is why I find the need to make this video. And as we go through this, please, if you watch this, whether you're watching this on YouTube or you're watching this on Facebook, please kindly leave your own honest thought on the different topics that I'm going to be touching today. Okay. So first things first, again, as I said, congratulations. I know what it is like to take exams in Cameroon. I know how hard it was for me to make it through the advanced levels. So I definitely give you people your flowers. And I've seen a ton of congratulatory messages all over social media, in WhatsApp forums, in family forums. So in general, I would say that the momentum or the general performance for those who wrote this year, I think that if you just look at the temperature around the GCE, it has been fairly good. Of course, we know that unfortunately some people did not make it, but again, remember that life is a process. I trusted the process over how many years ago, like 20 years ago, and today I will sit here to tell you that I do not regret the fact that I wrote the advanced level twice. So if you did not make it, I want to encourage you to just go back, take your time, and redo this, okay? I did it twice and I do not regret it. Yes, I missed out on the first year of university when my actual classmates were out there having the UB fun, but the truth is I caught up. And again, life is not about how fast you go, but how far you can go, okay? So I encourage you people, for those of you who did not make the advanced level, please take your time, go back to school, rewrite it, and this time around, make sure you pass with flying colors. And to those who pass once more, congratulations. All right, let's talk about what next. Now you've passed the advanced level. It's time for you to get into the university. What next? That is a very important question to ask yourself. Some of you already know what you want to study. Some of you have no clue what you want to study. Some of you don't even know what university you want to go to. So yes, I understand, because this babe sitting right here, many years ago I was in your shoes. Okay, so we all went through this process. But the advantage you have today is that you have people like me and other like-minded people out there who come and sit and talk to you and give you advice and give you recommendations on the kinds of things that you can do in order to make sure that you are making the right choices, especially when it comes to your career path. So please do not take this for granted. This is information that many years ago, over a decade ago, we had no access to. So yes, please take information like this, very important. And to those of you who are watching, kindly share this with your loved ones to make sure that insights like this to reach the people that are concerned. Okay, and the whole idea is for them to open up their minds so that they can be more daring. They can think of other things other than what they already know. That they can be able to think out of the box and not just sit in the comfort zones of what our family members know. You can go out there and do some research about different things that you've never even heard about and be willing to dare. Yes, please be willing to try new things. Be willing to do what a friend has never done before. Be willing to do what a family member has never done before, because that is how discovery is made. Okay? So let's get started. If I were to advise someone today who has passed the advanced level and is ready to get into university or go to college, for those of you who will be watching this from within the US, my first note would be, Do not chase the degree. You see that title that I have a degree, I have a bachelor's degree in this, and this, all those names. That is not what is most important. The most important thing that you need to do is to chase the skill. What skill is that degree going to give you? Whatever degree you pick, when you look at it, ask yourself that if this is, let's say you're doing a 3 or a 4 year university program, if all you had in this life were these 4 years to study this program, at the end of these 4 years, what can you do that you can monetize? It is the skill. Study the skill, please. Focus on those subjects or courses or career paths that will teach you a skill that you can use, a skill that you can monetize. Please, it is important. Do not focus on the degree, focus on the skill that you're going to learn from that degree. What are you going to come out as? What can you do? After 4 years, what will you be able to do? That is the question I want you to think about. So if you already have your list of things that you want to study, please think about them. Ask yourself, what skill at the end of this degree, what skill can I say that I have that will be able to give me, make me marketable? And even if not marketable, make you entrepreneurial. Okay, and marketable could be both entrepreneurial or maybe working for somebody. I don't want to go into that rabbit hole of deciding which one is good for you, but regardless, one of them needs to be a path that you will have to take. Okay, so think of those skills, things that are hands-on. All right. And when I talk of skills, for those of you who already listened to me, I want to reiterate. I am not only referring to skills that have to do with computers, not only technological skills. Are these technological skills important? Are these computer skills important? Yes, they are. But when I'm referring to skills here, I'm referring to all skills. The skills that you can do with your hands, the skills that, again, we're talking about things like, be it sewing, designing something, be it plumbing, electrical engineering. These are things, when I talk about skills, please, it encompasses all of these things. Do not get me wrong, because I know a lot of people, when they hear me talk, they always just they always just take it back to tie it to Salesforce and therefore to technology and all of that. I want to encourage you that these skills could be anything. It could be skills in just regardless, anything. But what are these skills and how can you market these skills? So think of the skills that you're getting out of your years in the university, and not necessarily the name of the degree that you're getting out of there. So I hope that makes sense. Also, in the course of talking about this, it's important to note when we go to university, we have the opportunity to choose a major and a minor. Please be mindful what kind of major you pick. Do not follow the crowd. Think about it. The fact that you have an advanced level now means that you're a little mature. Okay, I know that at 18 there is still a lot of peer pressure. My friends are studying this. My friends wants to read this. My friend wants to read this. I have to go with them. I know that peer pressure exists, but this is a call out, because yes, you're so honored, you're so privileged to have information like this to guide you to think through before you get into college. Think about what it has to do to you. Think about that measure you're picking in the university and ask yourself, after 4 years, what can I do with this? Is it just going to be another degree that you're going to bag, as many of us have bagged over the years? Or are you picking a degree that after 4 years, you know that you are able to do something with it? Please think about it. Do not follow the crowd. I know that going to college, going to university, it is exciting. So you always want to hear, where are my friends going to? You want to have common classes with your besties. But remember that having common classes with your besties is not what is going to serve you 4 to 5 years after your life in college. Okay? 3, 4 to 5 years. It is very relevant depending on the kind of course you choose to study. All right. And next to that, let's talk about gaining experience. When I talk about gaining experience, one of the things, one of the cultural shocks that I got when I traveled out of Cameroon was that I met people at 25 who already had work experience. For real. I met people at 25. At 25, I was done with my master's degree. Oh, yeah. Was I done? Yes, I was done with my master's degree by 25. And 25 getting into 26, I was done with my master's degree. And to me, I'm happy that I've backed all these certifications. I have a bachelor's, I have a master's. Pam, pam, pam. I'm feeling excited. So Babes is going up the ladder, the academia, because I was an academia. I was working to become a lecturer, a researcher, and a lecturer. So I knew that my future was in academia. And I'm just thinking of how excited I was until I came into the rest of the world and I found people who at 25 had already had about 3 to 4 years experience of working. Experience. Like we're working on our resumes and our CVs and they're putting work experience. And I'm like, what? You know the only work experience I had? It was maybe the research I did when I was writing my bachelor's thesis and the experience I had when I was Mami Salad in Boya. That was my entrepreneurial experience. And I put it on my resume. I did that on my resume that while I was in Boya, the last years of my master's degree, I had a small business where I sold vegetable salad. I went around, distributed it in different offices, and made some money out of it, right? Again, I used that as one of the skills. I used that to back one of the skills I had on my resume. So again, that was the only work I ever did in Cameroon. My only employment I ever had in Cameroon until 26 that I left the country was having my own business, running my um, vegetable salad business in Boya. That was it. But you know what? I didn't know any better. Now that we are in better times, you're more exposed, you have the opportunity. If you have the opportunity, please look for those opportunities and start building experience early. As you're getting into college, you're getting into university, please find the least opportunity, even if it is for free. Just build that experience on the field. Make sure that this is in the field that you're studying in. I assume that you've already made the conscious decision on what you want to study. So this is an opportunity now for you to pick that skill and look for opportunities. I know it's tough. Where we come from, it is hard to get internships, right? It is true because I personally tried. I tried to get an internship after I finished my bachelor's degree. I was in Yaoundé for a year studying to write ASTI, the translation exams. And while there, I tried to get internships. It was not the easiest thing. I never got it. But of course, I know people who got internships in different companies. So bless their hearts. But again, if you're that person who has the opportunity, look for it, please. And if you don't have somebody, if you don't know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, please continue to look for it. Volunteer. Okay, please offer your services. It could be remote, it could be online, it could be in person. Just offer your services. Look for that opportunity to build your experience while you're in school. It will help you by the time you graduate. That's a very important thing that sometimes we tend to neglect, but it is very important that you get to understand how the work industry is in the specific field that you're studying. Okay, so that's my thought about that. And furthermore, let's talk about AI. I have a video on this page already. We're talking about AI. And I think in that video, I said, yes, I took the side partially that yes, AI will take your jobs if you don't do anything about it, because it is a fact that there are some jobs that AI is going to take over. That is a fact. It is a bitter truth. We say it, when I say this, sometimes it scares me because even my own job might be at stake. You get it? But it is the truth that we have to be aware of. We have to be conscious of that with the way AI is coming forth, the strength, the things that AI is able to do, man, we need to be very, very mindful. And that is why in that video, it's a previous video on this page, I encourage those of you who have handwork, those of you who know how to do stuff with your hands. That is going to be your superpower. The fact that you can do stuff with your hands, you'll be shocked at how that is going to serve you. So again, today is not about that, but the point I want to make today is that it is important that even if technology is not your major, I beg of you, learn it. Learn how to use AI. Learn the basics of technology. So, if you're not someone that wants to be in the technology field, I still highly recommend that you take a minor in some technology, the computer basics. Just understand it. It is very important because the way things are going in the nearest future, almost everything that we want to do, you're going to need some basic computer skills. So I encourage you to, it doesn't have to be your major. I'm not telling everyone out there to go learn technology. Go, I want you to learn whatever skill you want to learn, but make sure that it is a good skill, as I said earlier on. Make sure that it is a marketable skill. It is a skill that will give you, you know, that after you're done with school, you'll be able to do something with it. But then take a minor or just even a side class in technology. Don't be left behind. Learn how to use AI because it is the future. That is the honest truth. It is the future. So even if it is not your main course, it is not your major at school, please learn how to use it. So this is me encouraging you all to go take a minor in some, it could be a minor at the university, or it could just be a class that you choose to do on the side. But as I say again, it is very important that you get your hands into artificial intelligence, okay, and computer basics. We all need it. Even for making this video, those of you who want to be producer, I need a little bit of AI. I need a little bit of computer basics in order to make these videos and put it out there for you all to see. Okay. So yes, and now let's talk about being entrepreneurial. This entrepreneurial topic, okay, this is something that, as I said earlier on, when I was in university, when I completed my master's and the last years of my bachelor's, there was the strike in UB. That was around when I was doing my master's in UB. Was it bachelor's or master's? One of the two. And when I picked up this business of selling vegetable salad, right? When I say vegetable salad, you all know, right? It's white. For you, those of you who are from Cameroon and you listen to me, it's white cabbage, it's the purple cabbage, carrots, and I put egg in it. Then I have the salad dressing in a small container, and I bought boulangerie bread, and I walked around with it. I sold you the salad. I put it in a big bag. That was my business model, right? I made about 40 boxes of that salad in these takeaway bowls. I made about 40 of those boxes each day, and I can count the days that I never sold all of them. It was almost always almost sold out. Sometimes I will sell about 20 packs still in my mini city before I even go out, right? So to me, I could tell again, it had maybe had to do with where I come from, because I come from my mom is a very entrepreneurial woman. She's such a, again, she's always, again, bless her heart. This is not about her, but bless her heart. But to me, that was an opportunity for me to monetize something that I had learned. And so that's why when I say it is important for you to be, you have to think as an entrepreneur. I know that not everyone can be an entrepreneur. That is a fact. Not every one of us can own businesses, but you have to think as an entrepreneur. When you're doing this, think of side hustles. I've just told you about my own side hustle that I had, right? Even when you have your job, think of what you can use that skill that you're learning to do freelancing with and earn some income. Okay, even if you're building a brand, social media is now no longer a place of fun. It is a monetizable skill. Even if you want to be a social media person, think on how you can do all of those things. YouTube, people earn a lot of money on YouTube. Think of how you can use that skill that you're learning in school, you're studying in, to monetize on platforms like YouTube. That is what I mean when we talk about thinking like an entrepreneur. Okay, make use of those side gigs. If you know there is this thing that you know how to do so well, some of you are so great with work on you, with handwork, that you can still be in school. Maybe you're studying to become an electrical engineer, but you already know how to maybe do a plumbing job, right? Take those plumbing gigs. Maybe you know how to paint a house. Take those painting gigs, right? These are things that will you can monetize and do great at them. and be able to make some money for yourself. Now, university life is not cheap. We all know that, right? Most of the one of the brokest set of people who are not involved in other kind of business out here are university students. So as you go out there, you should think like an entrepreneur and see how you can use your existing skills. You can monetize your existing skills while in school studying. All right. And so I don't want this to go too long because I can talk to you. When it comes to upskilling, how guidance on orientation and how you can, what you can study, man, I can keep going. But I'm going to cut this here. But our final point is going to be networking. You see the power of networking? Please do not underestimate it. Networking is a skill that all of you must have. So again, remember this video is specifically meant for my youngsters who have passed the advanced level and they're ready to get into the university, right? Or if you are in other parts of the world like the US, they have completed high school graduation and they're ready to get into college, okay? Please, networking is one of your most precious tools. You have to network. It is a skill that you have to continue to hone and you have to build on it. Because you see what networking will do to you? All those friends that you're hanging out with now, you're doing, having your parties, end of high school party, or all of those things with, yes, those friends will stay there. Some of those friends will be your destiny helpers, as we always say. But I want to encourage you to network. It is very important. Talk to people. Go out there, look at the people who are in the places where you want to be and talk to them. Write letters requesting a one-on-one, right? Just send letters out. You go find their email addresses, send them an email. Try to find mentors. Talk to people. People know the reason I talk about things like this because I'm talking from experience. Okay, I was 8 years ago. I was not in technology. I was not. I was in academia. So when I broke through the technology space, the Salesforce ecosystem, what did I do? I talked to people. I sent people messages on LinkedIn. Please, do you have 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Just come and talk to me about your journey. Just come and talk. I just want to ask you some of the questions that are still cloudy in my head. And I will guarantee you that if I asked 50 people to talk to me, 35 to 40 of them said yes. So please make use of these things. Make use of the people in your life. You don't need to know somebody to reach out to them for mentorship. Or even it doesn't have to be continuous mentorship, but just that opportunity to express yourself to them. Tell them, you'll be surprised at the change that just a little session with someone that you look up to will do to you. You'll be surprised at how they can redirect the way you think about things. So please do not underestimate that. Do not underestimate the power of networking, reaching out to people who are where you want to be. If you're watching this, let's say you're working, you want to become an electrical engineer, right? And you know somebody, you go on LinkedIn, you find somebody that is in that space, somebody that you can look up to. Reach out to them. Just have a conversation with them about their journey, about how you are looking at things, just talk to them. It doesn't have to be a technical question that you're experiencing, or maybe a technical question that you're blacked out on at school. It could just be the future of electrical engineering, right? Talk to them, ask them, like, hey, you want to be a plumber, you're studying agriculture, farming, and all of that. You want to become a cybersecurity expert, you want to become a Salesforce architect. Talk to someone that is there already, okay? The reason I encourage this is because these people have been in the field. They are continuously learning because that is what life is about. There is that constant change. The way things were done, the way houses were wired 20 years ago during build is not the same way they are being wired today. There's been advancements. The way they used to paint houses, they have changed things. Now you can see somebody can paint a big room in less than an hour because they have devised different methods of doing these things. That is why you need to talk to these OGs. talk to them and listen to them, hear from them. So you don't get stuck in the old ways, but you're talking to the people who are already advancing this thing. So you're catching up. In as much as you're starting, at the same time you are catching up. You're making sure that you're learning the most modern or the easiest way of doing those things now. All right, that is why I encourage mentoring. They will guide you when you're blocked. They will guide you through. You have doubts, you can talk to them. So if you can find you a mentor, please find one as soon as you can. If you cannot get a mentor, just talk to some of your professors at school. They can be people or maybe just alumni. Just talk to them, okay, and share your thoughts. Just hear what they want to think about whatever it is that you're studying. All right, and again, we hear about workshops and events. That's another thing. If you hear that there is a workshop on cyber security somewhere in Cameroon, go attend it. There is a workshop on AWS. Is that what is of interest to you? Go and attend it. There is a workshop on agriculture, farming, and the growing of cocoa and bananas. Go and attend it. Okay, you need to be in these places if you want to become familiar with what you're studying. It will make life a lot easier for you, like a ton lot easier for you. And finally, my favorite platform, LinkedIn. Create yourself a LinkedIn account, okay? Please go and create a LinkedIn account for yourself. You see the thing that you want to become, put it there. Ask your description, say aspiring this. You're an aspirant to do this. You see your school projects, those things that you have like specific homework, like projects and things that you do. When you do them, you submit them, you get the results, update that on LinkedIn. That is how you build a portfolio. Use LinkedIn because so far, LinkedIn still stands as one of the best professional platforms out here. Create yourself a LinkedIn account. Go out there, look for the people that are in the field that you love to study in. Follow them, like them, invite them, connect with them, see what they're doing, follow their posts. If you are spending 30 minutes on social media a day or an hour, give LinkedIn at least 10 to 15 of those minutes, at least, please, so that you can go catch up. That is where you build your career, okay? That is where you'll find those people who are doing the things you want to do in the next 3 or 4 years. And again, I insist, make sure to update your LinkedIn. Those projects, those mini projects that you do as part of assignments and all of that, add them there. Just put them there because all of these things will accumulate to build up for you when it's time for you to get out there and look for a job. Okay, I love LinkedIn. It's one of my favorite platforms, especially after my career switch. LinkedIn, I don't think a day goes by without me getting onto LinkedIn to get updates on them. I look at LinkedIn in a similar way that I probably look at Facebook or YouTube. But yes, I encourage you to create yourself a LinkedIn account and make sure that you update it. Don't just create the account and abandon it there. Connect with people, okay? That's another good platform where you can find mentorship, right? Connect with people. You see somebody that is somewhere that you want to be. Maybe you're in Cameroon, you're interested in working in the oil. What's this big oil company in Cameroon, in Pectin? You see somebody that is in Pectin and is doing what you would love to do at some point, connect with them, right? Sometimes you send those connect requests, they will not respond. That is okay. It's okay. Just follow them, write them. When you do the connect, send a message. All right, send a message. Not everybody has blocked their accounts, and new people cannot send the messages. So on LinkedIn, you still have the opportunity to send messages to people, even if you don't have premium. But if you can afford premium, why not get premium? Because with premium, you can message everybody on LinkedIn. Okay, so please get yourself a LinkedIn account is the last advice I have for you, my dear youngsters. All of you who have made it and it's time for you to get into university. You're getting into university during interesting times, the time where a ton of people out here have earned so many degrees, so many bachelor's, master's degrees that these degrees are not serving them. And that is why videos like this, sessions like this are intended to help you to make the right decision. Do not go out there. If you have a, if you, are, you come from a family with 5 people who have master's degree in a specific field and none of them is working in that field, I do not think that that is a good choice for you to go pick that same field and study in. I would recommend that you do something else. There's a ton of things out here, a ton of things that we can do. We don't have to follow our family members because this family member did medicine, I have to do medicine. This family member did agriculture, I have to do agriculture. Please find what works for you, do your research, and pick a major that will not only end up being a degree for you, it will be a skill that you can actually use. I hope this helps you. I hope that this is a good session and that you learn from it. And if so far you think that this was an amazing session or a helpful session, please kindly share this video. Kindly make sure that it goes to the places where all the youngsters who are currently going to college or going to university, that they could see it, and who knows, it might just help some people make some really good decisions in life. Thank you again once more. And again, your one and only So Babes, You Can Be Anything podcast. I come here to encourage you. I come here to remind you that if you put in the work, you definitely can find your best versions. Stay blessed. Remember, be good to each other. Your one and only So Babes. Bye-bye.
You got the power, you